All right, welcome back to the Mayorverse and the Midnight Mayor channel, everybody. I am Mayor Reynolds, and today I got a video that might be a little divisive, might make some people mad, but I don't know why, to be honest with you. So today's video is about we still don't know why Dr. Disrespect was banned from Twitch. And I tweeted this yesterday. All I tweeted 2 days ago was, do you think we will ever know the real reason why Twitch banned Dr. Disrespect? That was my tweet. And I had people coming at me in public in my DMs freaking out on me, and I don't even understand why. All I asked was a simple question: do you think we will ever know? And despite what a lot of people are saying, the reality is we don't know. There's no factual information here. And in this video, I'm gonna go over why all these theories that people have are not proof. We don't truly know much of anything. We can speculate, and I'm going to walk you through why some of these theories are incorrect. I'm going to walk you through a timeline of events. And before we go even further, guys, this video is being recorded for my main channel, Mayor Reynolds TV, but I have a whole channel dedicated to DEADROP and Midnight Society called Midnight Mayor. I am a Dr. Disrespect fan. I'm a Midnight Society fan. I'm a variant. I'm a DEADROP fan. I'm streaming this game. I'm making content on this game. And these people were coming at me like I had offended somebody, like I was going after Doc. And no, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying, the question that I am asking is, what did Twitch use? What was their reason for actually banning Dr. Disrespect? And when I say this, what I'm saying is not their underlying motivation, not their behind the scenes reasons. We'll go over that, but what reason did they use on paper, by policy, in legal terms, to void what we expect to be a multi-million-dollar contract? Okay, that's a big deal. That's not easy to do. So when you're a baseball player, a football player, whatever, a professional athlete, you sign a contract. Your team can't just, for whatever reason, decide to void your contract. There's specific things in the contract between the player and the team, or whatever, that say, no trade clauses, for example, can be established. Or if the player does X, Y, or Z, your contract can be broken. You can be cut, or the contract can be waived, or whatever. If those things don't happen, the team has to pay the guy. Like, you can bench the guy, he might never play another game, but unless he does something in his contract, or there is terms provided within the contract to say, this contract can be voided under X terms, you can't do it. You still got to pay the guy, which is why John Wall, sat on the bench for 2 years or whatever and still got paid, right? Like, this stuff, people need to start understanding contracts and legal terms and business. So let's go over this. So here's some of the stuff that I keep hearing, and we're going to go over the specifics. Remember, we don't know why. I'm telling you. And I am not in any way, by the way, accusing Dr. Disrespect of doing something heinous. In my opinion, Guy Beam doing something heinous. If he had done something illegal or truly deplorable, we would know. If it was illegal, there's public records. Arrests are public record. We would know that, right? I don't believe personally that there's truly some scandal out there that we don't know about with Dr. Disrespect or Guy Beam. I think this was Twitch finding some reason to get out of their contract and getting out of it. And we're going to go over that, okay? So stick with me here. This is important. And people are mad, and I don't know why. Okay. So a lot of people are saying, these are some of the reasons that I heard asserted, and that have been asserted for a long time now, since the ban occurred. They say he was banned. They got rid of him because they decided they paid him too much money. Okay, you can't do that. We're gonna get into that. He was banned because of his affair. No, no contract in the world says your marital status or relationship can affect your job, your employment. No, did not happen. There's the bathroom incident, which is one of the better theories that I've heard, but the thing with that is, he was banned for that when it happened. When he filmed in the bathroom at E3 on Twitch, or went live per se, streamed in the bathroom. He was punished for that, and just like anything else, it's double jeopardy. You can't be punished for the same thing twice. Any human resources professional will tell you this. Any legal professional will tell you this. That once you're punished, and then he was brought back to the platform, that incident was done. That was covered. He was punished. He was brought back. You can't punish him for it again. So that's most likely, unless, again, there was specific language that said, oh, you could be punished for something like streaming in a bathroom and then be punished for it again. Even after we punish you for it, you serve your punishment and we allow you on the platform again. No, highly unlikely. Not a bannable offense. I heard people say the owner of Twitch doesn't like him. Okay, Amazon is the owner of Twitch. What I think this person is saying is Emmett Shear, the CEO of Twitch, doesn't like him. Okay, that may be true, but you can't just ban somebody point blank and void a multi-million-dollar contract and get away with it. There's no owner of Twitch. It's Amazon. It's not Emmett Shear. There's no singular owner. So here is what people are often citing as the underlying reason for the ban. Not the actual reason, the underlying reason. And that is important to make that determination, to distinguish these things too. A lot of people believe that after Mixer collapsed, after Facebook bought Mixer and Microsoft closed up shop, so to speak, and Shroud and Ninja were, off of those platforms and available again, it sounded like Twitch paid Doc too much money. And they're like, oh crap, we paid Dr. Disrespect too much money. We're salty about it. We want money to get people like Shroud and Ninja back on the platform because we personally believe they're better faces for our platform than Dr. Disrespect, because Doc has had, a couple scandals, so to speak, the marital thing, the bathroom thing. Ninja and Shroud are more golden boys, and we way overpaid for Dr. Disrespect. We need to find a way to void this contract because now our main competition at the time is gone, and we way overpaid. Okay, I can see that happening. That is a reality, a pragmatic discussion. Okay, but you can't just turn around and say, oh well, we paid too much. We're gonna ban you and void your contract. You can't, just because Dak Prescott played bad this year doesn't mean the Cowboys can force him to take less money. He signed a contract that said this is how much he makes, and so did the Dallas Cowboys. And the same thing applies to Doc and Twitch, right? You can't just cancel a contract because, oh, we paid him too much. That's your fault, Twitch, or whoever, the Cowboys. That's your fault. You made that decision. You signed your name on the contract too. So, there are certain terms in contracts, for anybody who's familiar with contracts, that allow parties to mutually dissolve a contract, like either mutually or one party can inform the other one, hey, again, if this language was in Doc's specific contract, we are voiding your contract because we want to. We're dissolving it. We don't want to be in contract with you anymore. Those usually, if there is such a clause, require you to notify the person or entity or business that you under contract with 30, 60, 90, 120, 180 days in advance. Even if that was in the contract, I don't think by any means that Dr. Disrespect or his legal team and his managers would have even put something like that or allowed that to be in the contract. That at any point, if Twitch wants to just not pay Doc anymore and get out of the contract, then sure, no problem. Just notify us within 30, 60, 90 days. And his reaction when he was on stream, that awkward final stream on Twitch, I would say, no, that's not what happened. Even if that language somehow got in there and Doc and his legal team somehow allowed it, again, no way they would have. Just it wouldn't happen. That's not smart business when you're the employee, so to speak. So I don't think that any, like, Twitch just had a clause in there that said, hey, we can void your contract whenever. I don't believe that. Oh, okay. Then there's the infamous, well, maybe he got banned for COVID-19 misinformation because he went on this rant. Again, there's no way that Twitch may not have liked it, but there's no way that they use that to ban him. There's no way. You can agree with it, disagree with it. The contract would not have language, and Doc would not have agreed to it. It just said, you know, hey, if you talk about X subject or Y subject, then you say the wrong thing, then your contract can be voided. No, no, no. They may not have liked it. Twitch may not have liked it. Even in the days of this was before the days of like banning people for misinformation on platforms like Twitter has done, like Facebook has done. No. So, what did they use? What reason did Twitch actually cite? Because they had to have a legal reason. They had to have a business reason, and they had to have talked to their lawyers. I guarantee you, no business of this size, of this magnitude, makes a decision of this magnitude without first talking to their lawyers. I promise you, as somebody who's been in business, who's been in elected office, when you're going to make a decision that involves multiple millions of dollars, you 100% call your attorneys first and say, hey, if I do this, am I going to be liable for, you know, are we going to be liable for this $10 million here? They didn't make this decision, like, on a whim. This was thought out, and I have a feeling it was thought out by very few people. Like, and that's why I think this hasn't leaked. The reason for this hasn't leaked yet. And we'll get into that later. Some people out there, whoever they are, know why Doc was banned. It's not everybody who works at Twitch. I think there's a few select people on Twitch's side and Doc's side, and Doc has said that he knows why. So all they said was they said that he violated guidelines, platform guidelines. That's super broad, right? Like, that could apply to anything. That could cover anything. But that's what they said, is he violated Twitch guidelines. Whatever reason they're saying, whatever it was, they must have run by their attorneys, and they must have known, hey, we can probably make this stick. And at the worst case scenario, like, okay, he sues us or files a suit, goes to arbitration, whatever, you're going to end up owing less than you would owe than you would paying out this entire contract. Because if that was their end goal, was to get out of that contract with him because they felt like they overpaid, that could have been the strategy. That could have been the, okay, hey, maybe we ban him because we have this reason, we have this foot to stand on, whatever it may be. He violated this policy. Even if we have to pay out, you know, $1 million, $2 million, $3 million, at least it's not 10, at least it's not 20, whatever. That had to have been their mindset if this was indeed what the ban, if this was indeed their strategy. And they had signed him not too much earlier. They had re-signed him to be on the platform. So their strategy and reasoning quickly shifted. And my guess is that they really did feel salty from the get-go, that they overpaid him, that he basically put them in a corner. They had no choice. People were leaving the platform quickly, and I think he got a big contract, and they were mad. They were like, damn it, he really got us. And that's probably the mind frame that they had when they figured this all out when Mixer went away. So here's a timeline, and here's some facts that have happened since, okay? So Doc suddenly ended his awkward stream. He was banned from Twitch. No one knew why. The Mixer closure, the Shroud Ninja thing had happened shortly before. Doc later emerges on YouTube, where he still streams to this day. To this day, he has no deal with YouTube. He has not signed a platform deal with YouTube or any other platform. He has other partnerships, you know, with companies like FanDuel, for example, like Rocket. He has other sponsorships. He has other partnerships, but he does not have a platform deal. But he continues to stream on YouTube to this day. He then announces that he is taking legal action against Twitch, and initially he says he doesn't know why he was banned. Then he says later, okay, now I know why I was banned, and we're suing the F out of him. I'm pretty sure that was his exact terminology at the time. So some time goes by, and then finally, a statement comes out, and this statement is important. And again, I wanna read into this because people apparently can't read into it. So he announces that he's dropped his case against Twitch. Basically, the statement that gets released says, neither party admits, that was the exact word, admits to wrongdoing. Neither party admits to wrongdoing, and that the case is over. Nobody's suing anybody. Okay, what does this mean? There's several different scenarios here, and we don't know, no matter what anybody says, we don't know what happened unless you can find Guy Beam's tax return or documents to support this. Don't tell me that you know this is what happened. So scenario 1, and these are in no order whatsoever. Doc dropped the case altogether because it was costly to him, and it is, by the way, to pay lawyers, and Twitch wasn't budging, or the legal case just wasn't really going anywhere. You know, Doc, for a case of this size, Doc would have been paying, I'm guessing, anybody would have paid this, tens of thousands of dollars to a law firm to carry this case, okay? A month, if not 50,000. Like, these cases cost money, and this went on for a long time. So, like, he probably spent 100 grand, more than 100 grand, on this case, okay? And he's trying to get more money. That's the thought process, is, you know, you spend money, but then you'll get a big settlement or whatever. But we don't know if that occurred. So he may have, what may have happened is he was pushing the case, and then he eventually starts to decide, okay, I'm giving money to these attorneys. The case is going nowhere. Absolutely nowhere. This money would be better spent. My money would be better spent investing it in my brand, investing it in my family, whatever. The guy's, what, close to 40? So it could have been that. So he pushes Twitch to basically say, I did nothing wrong. Clear my name, Dr. Disrespect. Clear my name, and I will drop the case. And that was the mutual agreement, as we both say. We both clear each other's names. We leave it behind, which I think was the best decision for Doc, by the way, at this point, to leave this behind and move on. But it's still interesting to me, and I'll tell you why in a second. Second scenario is that Twitch actually paid Doc, that they did pay him something to settle. And the agreed upon statement was for both of them to clear each other of wrongdoing. For all we know, they did pay him something, like I said earlier, and it's probably less than the amount that he was owed if he had been with Twitch for his full contract. But we don't know that. And I had people in my DMs telling me, we know that Twitch paid him. They gave him a payout. Doc got paid. Doc got the bag. Maybe, maybe not. You don't, unless you can find a document that shows the check to Guy Beam or Dr. Disrespect or whoever. Or again, Guy Beam or Doc's tax returns or whatever. No, you don't know. And that's what I'm trying to tell people. Because you read some Reddit post, or because your cousin works at Twitch and he said this, no, that's not fact. Don't tell me that you know, okay? And again, here's the interesting part about the neither party admits to wrongdoing. I think that this means these statements are carefully worded with both parties and both parties' attorneys working on them, like to make sure that every single word is chosen carefully. It doesn't say we agree that both sides were innocent. It says neither party admits to wrongdoing. That means that Doc himself doesn't admit to doing anything wrong, and that means Twitch themselves don't admit to doing anything wrong. It does not mean that Doc believes Twitch didn't do anything wrong, and it does not mean that Twitch believes that Doc didn't do anything wrong. It just means that neither party admits to any wrongdoing, and that the case is being dropped. Okay, so two things, and we're done. One, why is this all relevant? This is still relevant to this day, not really for Doc. Doc has moved on, he's got a ton of stuff going on, and we'll get into that, and I think that's great as a fan, and because he's doing some awesome stuff. It's relevant because every other streamer on Twitch, and mostly the big partners are the ones with the big contracts that this is relevant to. Twitch could do this same thing to anybody. You're talking Nick Merckx, you're talking Pokemon. I don't know if Tyler One has a contract. He's the type of guy to probably not have a contract at all. You get what I'm saying? Shroud, Ninja, XQC, any of these big streamers, or really anybody who may ever one day be a big streamer, this is relevant. Because when you sign a contract with a party, you need to be able to trust them. And if you see a big high profile case like this, somebody who was once the face of the platform, had their contract voided, thrown out like it was nothing, and everything was kept so secret and hush hush, that's not good. Okay, every person who has a contract with Twitch has to be wondering, what was that about? Could the same thing happen to me? What did he do? I want to know what he did to get banned because I don't want to do the same thing. What did Twitch use against him? What did he supposedly do? What did Twitch say he did? This is a problem. And if you've noticed, since this occurred, a lot of people have moved to YouTube gaming. A lot of the formerly prominent Twitch streamers. Okay? And everybody thinks, well, it's just because YouTube's offering more and so on, and that's definitely true. But the reality is that stuff like this can play into it. If you don't trust Twitch because of what happened here, which is, you know, it's in the back of their mind. You know that it was in Tim the Tatman's mind or whatever. Everybody, look what they did to him. Like, he was one of the golden boys, and look what they did. That makes you less likely to sign with Twitch. That's why this is important for everybody who is engaged with Twitch in business. This is important. This is not about trying to figure out, you know, the Doc's got some skeleton in the closet. What is it? What is it? What is it? That's not what this is about. This is about trying to find out what Twitch, a business that many of us rely upon for income, what are they doing? What kind of threats can they leverage against me? Because if they used it against one of the biggest streamers of all time, they will use it against anybody. What is it? Okay. So, by the way, the ban is still in place. Doc is still banned on Twitch. You still can't play games with Doc on Twitch. There was a rumor that once this was resolved, that, you know, everything was, like, literally resolved. And a chess streamer, watched something Dr. Disrespect-wise on stream, and he got banned. So no, this is still very relevant. And anyway, I think it's great for Doc personally that he did eventually move on from this. Holding on to grudges forever, not good. Life lesson. You got to move on at some point, and he has. He's moved on with his brand. He's doing great things on YouTube, and now he's doing a lot more amazing things. To be honest, he's founded Midnight Society. He's founded his own game development studio. Things are going awesome with DEADROP. Make sure you subscribe to my DEADROP channel. He's founded Black Steel Bourbon, his own bourbon company. He's constantly hinted that he has an actual music album on the way. Doc's doing he's got the book out, right? Like, at one point, he had a show with Skybound that was in development. I don't know if it still is. And there's still problems that have come from this. You know, he's no longer a Call of Duty partner. A lot of other stuff. I'm not saying it was a good thing, but, you know, hey, he's moved on, and I think that's great. He's focused on his projects right now, and that's that. Again, do I still think it's relevant for us to know why he was banned? Yes, but TLDR, we still don't know why Dr. Disrespect was banned. And anybody who tells you that they know, I don't care if it's Ghost's voice actor from Call of Duty, you don't know. There's theories, there's almost no facts, and all I want to know is one day, all it takes is one guy or girl with the knowledge to write a book down the road or something. You know, the epic tales of Twitch, 10 years down, 20 years down the road, for the truth to come out. I truly believe that there are very few people who know the true reason of what they actually used to ban him on paper, via in policy, in legal terms, and what what the actual resolution of this case was. But, you know, hey, do you think we'll ever know the facts? Do you think we'll ever know the truth? Let me know in the comments. And if you want to keep blowing up the video, tell me I'm an idiot and we know and we know and we know. Just because you found a news article on Google that says some Reddit post doesn't mean that we actually know. So, this is Mayor Reynolds, Midnight Mayor, hanging out. Thanks for listening to this long rant, and see you in the next video.